live very filthy. They didn't care how their children act. Acting wild and crazy. Some people be like, since white people put us in the ghetto, I'm gonna act ghetto, I'm gonna be ghetto. That's putting all people's lives in danger. Living in the projects. Some of them put females that was in the projects live filthy. I've been in some people units in the projects. They was filthy roaches everywhere, holes in the wall. They about at the bottom of the wall. They didn't care how they lived and clothes all over the place. Sometimes they had odors. The bathtub had rings in it. They didn't clean like they supposed to. So I had to stop going over to their house. Just because you living in the projects don't mean you have to act like you living in the projects. Just because you live in a ghetto don't mean you have to act like ghetto. Living in the projects is not an easy place to live, but it's supposed to help you save money. If you on welfare, living in the projects, and you making up to $1,200 a month in welfare, save at least $100 a month. That's $2,400 for the year to help you get up out of the projects within 5 years. Find some kind of resources that could also help you with a deposit to get you a home. But living in the projects, I know it's not easy. It is hard to deal with. It's how you live your life in the project. It's how you raise your children to be mindful, respectful, generous, to have and be generous and clean and not tear up stuff, not to go act wild like other children. Parents, keep your children from other children and keep them from playing with children that is wild and crazy. And you don't have to go selling drugs just because you live in the projects. You don't have to go be smoking and getting high, do all kinds of crazy stuff in the projects. You don't have to show your ignorance and foolishness because you're in the projects. Being in the project's not easy. I understand that. And I know that the rent sometimes can be unbearable living in the projects because the project's supposed to help you be in low income mood. But it's not always that way. And project life shouldn't have to be project life. Teach your children to be mannerable, respect the elders that's in the projects, help teach them how to be clean, keep your area and your yard clean, keep your unit clean, and keep decent ways of living in life. Don't let your children go wild and crazy, even if they teens. Teach your teens not to hang around people that's wild and crazy, and don't go fighting and getting yourself in terrible turmoil because it's not worth that kind of life because you're living in the projects. The projects I know could be damaging sometimes because of the people with the selling drugs, using drugs. Prostitutes come up in the projects. You got people that like to come there fighting. Just because they do that, that don't mean you have to live that way.